Hello everyone, this is Haritosh, and if you are watching it on YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn, please type in the chat where are you joining this for. Thank you all. As many of you have been posting about my birthday wishes, yeah, this is my official birthday. As I mentioned to a few people, the documented one. So thank you so much. It's always great to hear from you all. And why I'm here, why I'm doing this live session. We're going to cover a little bit about that. So this is I'll say my solo virtual launch of my book, Small Town Bigger Dreams. It is now live on Amazon Kindle. I hope you have had a look of it. If not, please go and do. I'll also post the link in the comment section. So I'm going to talk a little bit about why this book, what has been the journey, if possible, probably the introduction chapter a little bit, uh, and what's my plan in terms of the future. And there are going to be a couple of announcements. So that's all this live is going to be. I have not planned how long this is going to be. So, but let's see. So why this book? Small Town Bigger Dreams. Now, year 2020 was in a way different for all of us. A lot of us went through a lot of challenges, a lot of personal and professional losses. But I also believe that this was also a time a lot of us got back to the era of creativity, going back to what we love and what we are passionate about because we had some more time to explore. And that's what exactly happened with me as well. So in year 2020, if you have been following me on any of the social media, you know that I've been doing a lot of YouTube or podcast. Also I started, I've been a Toastmaster, and that wholehearted extend expanded. But there was one item in the bucket list that was remaining, and that has been the dream of writing a book. So this book is exactly about that. The Small Town Bigger Dreams is a book of compilation of 21 different principles that I've discovered, I've learned, I've tried, I've failed, but then succeeded. It is a compilation of all those 21 principles, and I personally believe that it is useful, applicable for anyone. So this is all the book all about. Why this book? Why now? As I already mentioned that no, I thought this is the best time. This is my official birthday. I was supposed to launch this book on May 1st, but life happens. I went underwent a grief. My mother unfortunately passed away. I had to extend the date, but this is also sort of tribute to her from my side. She did a lot, like all the mothers do, but I've learned a lot many things from her. And this book, Small Town Bigger Dreams, is more than my dream. It's her dream to make me successful, to make a small town boy successful. What's the journey about? So in this book, you'll see about how I was born and brought up in a city called Jaunpur in Uttar Pradesh, and from there I've been to three different countries, shifting 10 different times, things like that. But there, as they say, there is also a journey about writing a book. When this idea came into my mind early in 2020, when the pandemic had hit, we had a lot of time, but we didn't know much to do. Instead of surfing unnecessarily on internet, I thought this is the time for me to pass on the message to the world. So I went through, I as you know, I am an engineer, and engineers are not really known for writing books. So I went through multiple courses. The very first, I'd say, life changing experience for me was the Stage Time University, done by world champion speaker, university by world champion speaker Daryl Lacroix, and they had a book writing course of 2 days, 2 full days, I would say. So doing a book writing course which provided me all the experience, all the exposure, all the understanding. We had great faculties, Cheryl, Maureen Zapala. I learned a lot from them. Went through a recording so many times. So that's where this whole idea about this book came. And then Yes, exactly. That's how there was a big pause for a few months. I started with the bang, but there was a pause for a few months. And I knew I need some commitment. I need some more motivation, some more action to take. So that's when my next coach came into action, Mr. Akash Garg, who's known for his book Massive Action Taker. I enrolled in his book writing course as well. It was a 6 to 8 weeks program, and we had few more people join us. We had specifically 4 person who were there with our own books. So we used to have a lot of learnings with each other. Then we used to have weekly connects with each other. Our my other friends who were working on the book were Taiba. Taiba has already published her book. And then we also had Abu. Abu is about to publish his book in next week or couple of weeks. So, and then we also have Deepak, who's also working on his book. All four of us, in the guidance of Akash Girl, learned few more intricacy of book writing process and what is the message that we want to convey, how we can make it better. So that's how towards the end of year 2020 we all had a kind of rough draft, to say first draft of the book. And then there was further weekly commitment calls, a lot of discussions happening among each other. We also got a few people to review that. So that's how it took a lot of time and little longer than I thought about. But yes, the book is here. And if you have not seen the book cover, let me share here the book cover. I have been getting, and I must thank my uh, designer, Kausif, who has done a brilliant job. I'm so happy. This is exactly so the story behind this book cover is that this was one of the photo taken in my one of the conference. But when I moved to Basingstoke in February of 2020, there was a very good there was a window, and I could see a lot of uh, buildings around that. And I took a picture on that day. I didn't know how I'm going to use that, but there was an intuition that this is going to be useful something. And then when I was thinking about the cover page, I thought this is exactly what portrays that, a small town guy who used to live in a sea town city, and now he's there in developed country, working for one of the prestigious organization in a very good role. Why not put that person who's dreaming big and dreaming for the North Star? So that's how this cover came into picture. The name has its own journey. uh, so when I started writing the book, the name, we went through multiple iterations to say. I had a name from Sea Town to multi Sea Town to International City. Then one day said, I think it was Abu who said, uh, you should write Small Town Young Haritos. So for a few weeks, I thought, okay, that makes sense, Small Town Young Haritos. But I'm no longer young as such. But then suddenly that changed to Small Town Bigger Dreams. I got that idea. Great ideas happen when you're taking rest or you're just thinking about that. So that's how it happened, and the name came Small Town Bigger Dreams. Talking a little bit about the introduction chapters. So basically, this book, as I said, starts with a scene in my childhood, and I vividly remember it was back in 94, 95. Me and my sister, we were on the rooftop, and uh, there is a airport about 30 kilometers from our place, and anytime there used to be a flight, you used to see that those white markings that are there, and you can see the smoke coming, white smoke, and it was intriguing. And one day she asked me, what exactly is that? And I, being the elder brother, said, yeah, you know what, this is the smoke that comes out of the airplane. And then I added, kind of boasted at that time, that no, you know what, one day I will also be traveling in all those aeroplanes across the world. And we had a good laugh. I know I was boasting, But that's where the idea of this bigger dreams of small town boy came into picture. So that's how it starts. I've got 21 chapters, and I say I have TSL to say. So I've got theory, stories, and then some logical steps that you take. All the 21 chapters have some a little bit of research about why they are important and what is the benefit. Then there are some personal stories. In most of the chapter, you'll find my story. In some other pieces, many of the chapter have more than one story of mine. And then you have some steps, action steps that you can take that will help you grow and learn. For this particular book launch, let me go through the very first chapter, which is called the power of association. Now you might have heard the term from Jim Rohn. Then you are the average of top five people in your you are the average of top five people you spend the most time with. What if those top five people are not elevating you? And this is exactly what happened after my plus two. When we used to go for engineering college, I stayed with a guy who was not at all interested in studies. He was not bad or something, but his priorities were something else. And this actually made me go down in terms of my potential. Not that uh, I was bad or something, but I, to this date, I still feel that I could have done better if I had a great association that year. You know, what might have happened, what else I could have done, what new things I would have achieved. So, and then it changes to where became very conscious about the people I associate with and spend most time, whether it's the college time, whether it's the corporates that I've worked with. I make sure that I spend most time with the people who are positive, who are encouraging, and or more than anything, who are challenging you to do bigger things in life. So that's the chapter one, and there are similarly 20 more chapters out of it. Now, as I said in the starting of this live, there are going to be a couple of announcements. So let me start off with that. But before that, if you have not had a look, please go to Amazon Kindle and look for Small Town Bigger Dreams. It's already there, published, and a number of people have got it. I've been getting some really good reviews. So please go there. Two announcements. Number one, I want this book not only for me getting some money and all. More than that, I want it to be associated with a big cause. And I've been in talks with a few people, a few NGO owners. So very soon you'll hear about uh, the association and a proceeding of the book. Will I'm keeping the details for now, but you'll hear what will happen with the proceedings of the book. A portion of the proceeding will go to one NGO, and you love the cause of them. The second announcement, which is for all my beautiful audience who is watching me live now or maybe later, uh, I'm going to have the free giveaways or free book days during the weekend. So if you are interested, yeah, please be ready between Friday night till Saturday night, Friday midnight PDT to Saturday midnight PDT. This book will be available on Kindle for free, and you will be able to download. So, if you are ready, if you're looking for a free version of this, please check out Akio Calendar. You'll be able to download it, and once you download, please go through it, rate, review, and provide your feedback. I'm going to be really, really looking forward to it. I know I could have done a lot more in terms of the launch, but what I personally believe is done is better than perfect. Even though this launch may not have been perfect, but I think I've done something which I'm proud of, and I'm so grateful to all of you for being the support, for being the help, for being the feedback I have been receiving. Thank you so much. If a small town guy like me can have bigger dreams, so can you. Thank you so much.